all of us being together 24/7. So that's been an adjustment. So, and I feel like a cook, a waitress, a teacher, and just like a scheduler, all in one.
Hey Lisa, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Hey, I'm trying to do this little um, experiment, just listening and talking to people from Lakeridge a little bit about what their weeks look like and what their days look like, and maybe where God is working, or they are hoping God is working, maybe throughout their week. And so, and you're one of our first people, so.
Woo.
I wonder what's it been like? Like, tell me a little bit of what it looks like for you and your family over there at the Pollard house.
I feel like I've been busy just because obviously everybody's home. Steve's now, we went from like a household where kids were at school and then at full-time activities after school, especially Kate, and then Steve also working away for half the year. So on a schedule, 1 week on, 1 week off, to all of us being together 24/7. So that's been an adjustment. So, and I feel like a cook, a waitress, a teacher, and just like a scheduler, all in one, and while trying to still continue working my business and stuff. But it is what it is. You kind of deal with it, and there's the highs and the lows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we started recording, you were talking about how life, your emotions, and who you are, and some of that has been like that. What if you're to characterize this week? How would you characterize this week's feelings about this whole thing?
I went from like acceptance of the whole situation, saying, okay, we can do this, to like anger. So I've been angry this weekend or this week, and mostly because like I'm tired, and I know that I'm not the only one feeling like this. Like, I'm tired, I'm done. Like, I'm not super social, I kind of, but I just the fact that like we're being told that we can't go places, and then when I do go out, it's to grocery shop for the house because I'm the shopper, and that's stressful and in itself. So going out isn't even fun. and and yeah, so I'm angry, and I've just kind of learned to accept that these emotions are going to come and go, and that's okay. And so if I need to feel angry, I'm going to feel angry, and hopefully next week I'll be back to acceptance again, or something else, who knows. But I know I'm not the only one.
No, absolutely not. I think there's real value in like just allowing yourself to be where you're at, you know. And even when we think about like the faith component of who we are, and that we follow this guy Jesus, and I think that that's one of the things Jesus gave permission to those who followed him. It was to experience what they were experiencing when they were experiencing it, and maybe to feel a little less guilt about that, and just a little bit more of like, these are the ways that we come to learn who we are and what's happening in us. So on that note, like, throughout this whole thing, or even this week or whatever, where have you seen God? Like, where do you think God has been working, and has that, or is this going to be one of those deals where you look back and go, oh yeah?
No, I'm so thankful for a lot of things. Like, and like, I'm thankful that both Steve and I are still working, like, and that our household hasn't been financially compromised as of right now, right? I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful that my kids are happy, that despite everything being ripped away from them, that they're okay, right? And Kate's gonna end up leaving the quarantine with like muscles galore because she's doing workouts like crazy, but that's okay. And like, I'm thankful that like Steve, who's usually a pretty anxious person, is like dealing with this with a stride that I've never seen him deal with something like this. So that's amazing. And the other day, I think it was last week, Kate came up to me, and she's not super lovey-dovey, but she's like, man, I really love spending so much time with you. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. Sarcastically, but I thought about that after, and I'm like, it's true. Like, I do spend a lot of time with the kids, but like, this is different. Like, I'm really spending time with them now. And so to have a kid that recognizes that, and that's likely her perception of this, is that kind of woke me up a little bit. So
yeah.